Welcome back to another episode of Main Street Prowlers.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
If you guys don't remember, I'm Chris.
He shaved.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it? We've we've also had some people ask what our names were. So I'm Chris.
I'm
got-
Danon.
I'm Michael.
I'm Robert.
And then behind our camera, we also have our director, Justin.
I'm running, and get on this. Get in here.
Alright.
I kind of can't put a camera on you, dude. As he's dropping stuff, as he comes over here.
Over here.
So
Say hello. There's
Hello.
Justin, everybody.
Yeah,
Say hi,
yeah,
Justin.
Yeah, because we kind of went from one camera show to 3 cameras.
yeah,
Actually 4, because there's the
yes.
4th one's on the laptop.
So we cover all angles this week.
We also got this angle right here coming up.
We should get a good shot of the camera to know when our famed camera that we're using at this moment.
Yes, we kind of forgot that one, rather than didn't we? If you have any questions about the hockey season, put it in the comment section right now. I did name this episode, Will There Be Hockey? That's the famous question right now, isn't it?
Maybe.
And before we get too far started, Chris has got to say hi to somebody.
Wrong camera. So, he's been asking us for this for a while now. Kevin, you're our biggest fan. Thank you so much, and hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Is there anything you have to say, Danon?
Nope. Not yet.
You gotta say hi too, though.
We're staying,
I'm,
we're
stay out of trouble, and I
safe.
won't say what I want to say.
Good show, good show, good show.
That's all we're doing, staying safe through this big thing.
So, I know a lot of people have been asking. Might as well get it out there right now. Our context. Y'all remember this right here, the Border Cats. So I'll get the camera on here right here. It's the Put Your On Border Cats shirt signed by
entire
whole
second
team.
Season.
yes, the whole second season. Gratefully provided to us by this guy right here.
Right here.
If you guys see right here, it's signed.
You can't see the signatures, Chris.
You know what?
There you go.
So there's some of them right there. So that's
Hey, Chris, wasn't your mom playing for him at that time?
no, that was your mom.
Hey, my mom was goalie.
But what should the key word be to win that? I'm gonna let you pick, Mike.
Hang on. Usually we'll just, we'll say what the keyword is later, but before we say it, we'll say tonight's keyword is.
Okay.
That way they gotta wait till through the
Oh,
podcast
true.
to hear us to
Hi, Billy.
announce the word.
Might as well, yeah. Didn't think about that part. Thank you. But
So basically, we'll wait until later. All right.
Yeah.
so if y'all
That way
don't,
they know when we're gonna.
Right.
so to win that, wait till later for the keyword. And
Stay through the whole show, guys.
All right. So let's start with our main
Billy
question.
says good evening.
Good evening. Let's start with our main question of subject matter of topic. When will hockey be back?
oh,
Now, there's been reports that has hockey coming back on the 4th of February. That is just our latest report that has been transpired. However, there's been rumor going around that says, I believe y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, Elmira and Watertown are starting back in a 4-game set, I believe,
Preseason.
in a week.
Yeah.
that was the previous before that one got canceled. It was pushed back to the first weekend in February now, which is now called the New York State Empire Cup by the league.
They're gonna have their own cup.
So
World Cup type game.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
So now what happens? I guess everybody wants to know what happens with the rest of the league. Are they going to transpire until the 4th as a startup date still, or are they going to push the date back considering what's going on right now and what state regulations that are happening in these different states where hockey is being played,
yeah, that's
including Michigan?
And if you guys realize too, there was rumblings from the Prowlers podcast. If you don't hear them, they're also on Anchor.fm, and anywhere you get your audio podcasts. There was rumblings of a possible mega tournament down there, a mega bowl, between Carolina, Columbus, Danville, and Port Huron. That was scheduled for I believe, the first weekend in February as well, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Literally as soon as that podcast dropped for them, for Joe Pace and Jeremy Skila, they canceled that outright for the time being. Because Columbus, Georgia was supposed to host that weekend. They were going to have 4 straight days of hockey out at the Columbus Civic Arena between all 4, and that would have been amazing because Columbus on their website had already started selling tickets for that event.
Yep.
And that's sad that it got that far to selling tickets for this event, and
It got canceled.
yes, literally right when it was announced by Port Huron Prowlers. So to have that drop, because it's literally, that was announced on December 30th, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Joe Pace had to come out literally, I want to say an hour later, with a bonus episode that night,
Right.
saying, okay, this stuff is false now. It's
It got canceled. You know, I want to yell road trip, but
I would have gone right away myself. You guys know I love hockey that much.
I miss hockey that much. I want to
Oh
yell
yeah,
road
let's do
trip.
that. And I got relatives down there too.
Road
Yep, I'm
trip.
down. Was
So
there family in go watch hockey?
I
Perfect.
actually got vacation if I wanted to. We got a comment.
hello from Roanoke, Virginia. Oh, that's a nice state right there. Roanoke, that's been a hockey city as well.
Yeah.
And we know that city up here from because Port Huron Beacons, we used to have them went
Oh
down.
yeah. Yes. Yes.
They went down to Roanoke for 2 seasons, I believe,
Mhm.
or was it just one?
I think you're right, but I'll have to look it up again.
Right.
I think that
Um,
was,
Roanoke has a beautiful arena down there. If you guys don't know, that was a nice arena down there. So thank you, Terry, for bringing that back up, that memory, and hello to you guys down there. I believe they have the rail yard dogs down there right now.
who typed
um,
that in?
Yeah. Who typed that in under our?
Was that you, Justin?
No, that wasn't me.
Cherry Lee, well, thank you for coming into the show. They're using.
Are you sure it wasn't this guy right here?
It was me.
So now, as everybody, another question first points out is, now that the tournament is canceled in Georgia, an idea may pop up to having it here. Consider the fact from what's been going on, what I've been looking at, we have the least amount of restrictions, plus we have the arena space.
Rail yard dogs.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, get back to your comment in a second. Because the Rail Yard Dogs, I believe, are one of the 5 teams that have actually committed to the SPHL season as well. And it's quite interesting because down in Huntsville, Alabama, I believe it was Roanoke they played this season, where they literally sold out every single seat of the building. So there's hope for this season, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, sorry about that, Mike.
Okay.
Go right ahead again.
So, okay, now the tournament's canceled in Georgia. I know we're still looking for upcoming start date of still the 4th of February. But what if, just out of a theory,
Hmm.
you still need an arena to hold in. And right now, the state of Michigan has some of the lowest case numbers of COVID-19. So, and plus you can still fit a good amount of fan base in a hockey arena. So, what would be the concept of saying, hey, let's have it in Michigan?
Right.
You know,
Holy cow.
No. Us hockey fans would love it.
Right,
You
I
know,
mean,
my biggest tournament of the year
Pretty cool.
was canceled, you know, and we have usually, 64 to 124 teams come in, you know,
Something
for
like
the
that.
Silver Sticks, you know, and,
Since fall.
you know, not having that, that's a big chunk out of everything.
Yeah,
Right.
That's over $4 million out of the community.
And it's scary that it's can make or break a community like that too.
Yeah,
I mean,
So.
that's the reason why I made the
Terry
suggestion for
said
it.
he
That's the
wants
reason I
us-
made a theory. Because it'll, you know, people here want to watch hockey.
yes.
They want to watch hockey. Like, okay, the NHL is okay as of right now. I mean, it's back. It's in full swing. Nobody's in the seats though.
Right.
So, but if you get a nice little small hockey market, you can actually set up a tournament here.
Mm.
You know, you still got rules in place, but you can actually have fans come to the games, and you still have a market for all the other outside businesses.
Right.
You know,
And the other thing, you know, I love NHL, but for the small time hockey like what we have right here, this is more in my budget than it would be to go to an NHL game or, you know, a basketball NBA game or anything like that. You know, and it's perfect for the family that can't afford to go to a high quality game,
right?
but enjoy hockey still,
And that's
and enjoy sports.
And so, if anybody from the league is watching, this is a suggestion, considering the fact in every other state that two teams are still running, you can have them come here. You could probably make a good, nice amount of revenue with the fan base that you have, and plus you could still have fans come in from other states and still, you know, and still root for their team. Granted, it'd be hard for the Prowlers fans. I'm not gonna lie, it'd be hard for Prowlers fans because right now, as I said before, you're still only fitting 25% inside an arena, which makes it
Speaking of
about
no
850
fans.
people.
Mr. Brian Ross was saying as of right now, no fans at games.
And which is a scary thought to even think about.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Okay, considering people said no fans at games, it was a thought considering the fact the last report from the governor's office was about. Now I'm not talking about the ones from today. I'm talking about the one from like a week or two ago. And it said you could still fit 25% in the arena.
all right.
So-
Depending on the size of the arena. It's so they based it on, from what I understand, the square footage
Mm.
to get
Yep.
their percentages. You know, so you can spread people out.
But still, 850 people for McMorran. I think
For our arena, from what the owner has told us in the past, 800 is break even for him.
yes. And so 25% of McMorran's would be 850.
It could
So
work.
he'd making a little bit on the dollar.
Right.
It could work too. If you
And
get
those, like I
enough
said, those
fans
words
in
came
there,
right
you
from the
just
owner
shut
when
the
we had
door
a
and lock it.
discussion with him before. He said 800 is break even for him.
And like I
Right.
said, it's just a suggestion. It's just a theory I want to put out there, because to say that it's still possible to have a season. Granted, fans of other teams will have to travel here, which may be a small headache for you guys, but you get to have the lure for Huron and the lure of hockey, the lure of hockey in general, in a small town market, and you get to interact with us and some of the great fan base here as well. So I mean, it's a thought. It's one of those things that it's a way to bring hockey back without killing the season again.
Right.
They're doing it. They was going to do it in for New York Cup. Why not? Bring
Well,
it,
Amanda,
So
why not bring it here? It's a thought. It's a theory.
The fans thing, it could work too. We don't get that much people in our arena anyways. You can spread them out in ponds and all that.
hey Amanda, my shirt's supposed to be here tomorrow.
I do want to bring up this really quick before we get too deep, is that as you guys see, we've been upgrading the stream a lot lately. We've got new cameras. We've added a lot more cameras.
We
We've
got
added.
lighting.
Yes, we got lighting. We just got lighting this episode. We got a new mic. Along with that, too, we are getting out to more sources as well. We are getting out. We have, if you want to hear just the audio version, search anywhere you get your audio podcasts, search up Main Street Prowlers, or go to anchor.fm. As well, if you also like this stream, it's a huge cost for us to put it on each week. So if you want to become a listener supporter, you can go over to the Anchor.fm Main Street Prowlers and become a monthly donor for as little as 99 cents a month. So that's nothing compared to what.
Didn't you say we also edit YouTube?
Yep.
Yes, we also have a YouTube where we originally got our start. YouTube was our main source in the very first season for this series. Just look up Main Street Prowlers, where we're actually live right now on YouTube too as well. We're live on Facebook right now. We're live on YouTube. We also have our own TV channel as well, which is Strim, STRIMM.com/MSP-TV, where you can go and watch literally any minute of the day Main Street Prowlers episodes. And you can become a fan, help us that way, help us get out there, the word out there that way. And share anywhere you can. Like us, follow us on our Facebook page, our Strim account, as well as YouTube. So get the word out there for us because we want to get hockey back. We want hockey to stay.
So Barry, from what we're hearing so far, the projected date so far is February 4th. We're hearing.
Yeah,
Yep.
so,
Yep.
so
February
far
4th.
February 4th.
So, and it probably will be his favorite one, Amanda, too.
Yeah,
And if you guys don't know, here you go. He's going to tell you about it.
well, somebody found a shirt because I'm always messing with Chris when he slips and says certain things. I'm always saying that's what she said. I have a "that's what she said" shirt coming to wear on the podcast.
So that'll be funny. Not only will he be our blind Rev, but
Sure.
He'll be
Is that
the
gonna have an
quoter
arrow-
too as well.
Now, is the shirt's gonna have an arrow pointing?
No.
We can get that.
Darn.
We can get that done.
No,
Let's do that.
putting an arrow on it, it depends on which side I'm sitting on. So
Right.
it's gonna have to be added,
this
like
way.
taped on or whatever. So it's pointing whatever direction.
I'm planning on
he's
getting a banner too. So should I add that to the banner as well? But
And yes, we love to have fun on here too. Now
uh,
life's too short to be too serious.
yes, and that's kind of why we go over sometimes. So it's,
Yes.
sorry
We get
guys,
sidetracked talking about stuff.
especially with this guy looking at his Taco Bell. I mean, what?
Well, right now he can't look at Taco Bell because he's in his garage.
We're located in my garage tonight for our podcast.
Hopefully soon we can get back to our usual spot of Big Boy,
Yes.
and because we love to be up and close with our fans, we love meeting them. And thank you for that commentary. This is why we do it, because we do it for you guys. I did the.
You know what? I'm gonna say we definitely do it for the fans too, but we do it because
We love hockey.
we're a group that just loves hockey and enjoy and don't want to sit around and we just want to enjoy and have fun.
Yep.
You know, it's fun for us too. You gotta admit that. You know, the jokes, the
Yes.
everything.
Plus, we're the members of the East Upper Rowdies too.
Which is kind of
every
funny.
one of us.
It's kind of funny though, because we were just talking about that today, because the very first season I was strictly doing this almost all alone, and I was doing this as a pre-recorded show as well. So I was doing this almost alone. I had,
We didn't
And
have a Facebook Live at the time.
yeah, I had one person helping me at the time, and they weren't even really available 24/7 to me like I do have you guys now. So I was doing this all alone. But it's also just went live a couple days ago on our audio podcast as well. Season 1, episode 6, if you guys remember, was the East Upper Rowdy episode, promoting that.
Me and Dana were the first ones.
And they didn't even plan at this time to become hosts on that show.
We asked.
The only reason why he became host, we kept getting on him about restarting the show, and he said he
Yes.
would not start it back up unless we helped.
Yes. And that's what I absolutely loved about it, is that they actually came to me to bring this back up because I initially did not plan to bring the show back at all. Because I was doing this off a program that costs $100 a year now. So it's
Well, you know, the funny part about the Easter Parade is I'm the newest guy in the group. Because every time I went to the games, there's always
Something happened.
Section 8.
He sat with a rival team.
No. I sat with some very
The
nice.
first season we had you to come over.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
you know, some nice.
Well, most
hockey
of the
fans.
time you sat with Carolina fans.
Well, you know.
But yeah,
but
Do we have to say it on air?
We
Look,
have to say
guys,
it on air.
Yes,
We
you
will-
want that hot mama.
we will bring this
Play
back
mama.
conversation back up right after these commercials.
Wow, we're getting a bunch of people in.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. We got the beat. Oh, Elite Wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get caught. That one was good.
And
Oh,
way to go, Justin, director. Welcome back.
And as I was saying, he used to like to sit with the one player from the Carolina team's hot mother.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there were multiple that way. Okay, okay.
Let's get into this.
Let's get to the story real quick before I get accused of everything. All right.
Hey, well, I got a picture of you like across all their laps.
Okay, but wait. I gotta get to the story first. Let me get to the story first. Let me get to the story real quick. All right. Let me tell you the reason why I chose my seat. Since we talking about this real fast.
We got this. We're
Okay,
going.
all right. I sat in section 8, seat either seat 1, seat 2, or seat 3, because those were the lucky seats. The reason I sat in those seats at first wasn't because of the Carolina or what's team beforehand, the Brewster Bulldogs.
Brewster Bulldogs.
Right.
Yeah,
Not
so-
because of. It's because I sat in those seats because that was the year the Prowlers won.
The championship.
Yeah, true.
That was the first. That was the year they won the cup. So I continued to sit in those seats, hoping they would win again. Granted, mind you, yes, it was a plus because of the gracious fans of the Carolina Thunderbirds. Hey, I'm gonna call it how I see it. I said gracious fans. I'm gonna call it how I see it.
Yes.
So, but I did get over to East Upperati's a couple of games. I enjoyed it. I even got a video and I recorded it, y'all, heckling the goalie after the goal score. So I loved it. I loved it. So when I finally got over there, I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit over here. Let me go see how it is. Cause I'm usually the type of guy that sees the ice as a whole from the side. But seeing the ice from East Upperati, hey, I had more fun sitting East Upper than anything else.
Well, in Mike's defense too, I'll admit, when I first started watching the hockey, I sat down below where he's sitting on the main floor in that same area, because it was a great view. And then when they got rid of that and turned it into suits for, groups of people,
Yep.
I was sitting right where you were before. Then I joined the East Upper Rowdies.
I think I was the one that
You know,
told you to come over.
Yep. And so I've had 3 different seats in the arena. My favorite seat was down below. I'll admit that. Because you're right there on the glass, perfect view of the goal, everything. But like I said, they turned those into expensive seats. So I changed my seat,
You were.
So
And then
basically,
90% of the time I never got to sit in my seat anyways because I work for most of the booster clubs that they've had. So,
I mean,
I was part of the sales department for 50/50 and Chuckaput.
So basically now we are now all Issa Parades.
Yep.
I'm the last guy to join, and I'm proud to be of that fact. But,
He's the youngest one to join.
He's the youngest, but I'm the last one.
there's a difference
There's a
between that.
But okay, but
Now,
okay.
right now he's the youngest one because we had younger, but unfortunately most of them aren't there no more.
Right.
Okay, so I guess everybody else wants to know, and since we talked about potential start dates, I guess everybody else wants to know. But I know we talked about the plans for the arena. I know we've talked about some restrictions that's going on, but everybody else wants to know about. There was an announcement of our coaches coming back since our last podcast. We already knew about Joe.
Yeah, Joe's definitely coming
We
back.
already know about Joe. It's also no surprise that Matt Graham came back as well.
I mean, but we kind of suspected he'd come back anyways, but
The captain. He wasn't mentioned in our last podcast either.
Robertson?
Yeah.
Robo. One more year. Oh.
Yeah, the captain's back.
Well, you know what? I love to have fun.
So, hopefully, when we get this season started on the 4th, keep your fingers crossed. We expect to see everybody out there. And now, I assume that the league, from what I read, and I read it again during break, that the league is supposed to drop a schedule sometime, and I'm assuming sometime by next week.
Yes.
This is just an assumption. Now, theory-based assumptions, what happens when I hope to get things right for once, that if numbers do go down, most of the games will probably be played in Fort Huron. So if I'm going by where teams are left, and if I'm going by geological states, I would assume that Fort Huron will have more home games than anybody else. As of
Wow,
right now.
that'll be a shock.
Well, yeah, I know. We usually get the short and the thick.
We get to be the spotlight.
I mean,
Well, no, 90% of the time we get less because they'll have those off neutral site games,
Right.
and it usually eliminates one of our home games.
Usually
Right.
it does.
You
But
know,
the thing is, though,
we usually do play the same amount of games. It's just unfortunately we usually get hit with some of the neutral ice games.
which we don't mind. We want to bring them to new
Yeah, get
markets.
more teams in the market.
And-
The more the better.
With that, though, it really depends on the state of New York's as well.
Yes.
Their implications on the season as well. Because the only reason why Elmira and Watertown would not have come down to the Mega Bowl in Columbus, not Carolina, is because they weren't allowed to leave the state and have no one in the state to play against them
Yes.
for minor
You
league
know,
teams.
they had every time they leave or come back, they have to do the self quarantine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially, it'd be
What's
going
your
to
face?
Canada without crossing the border.
Right.
So that would have been a bad thing.
Yeah.
So,
but at the
Hey.
same time, okay. Now, like I said, this what helps out. Now, once again, this helps out the league as well for exposure into a possible another team in Michigan. So
Wasn't there one, but they just opt out or something?
with Motor City Rockers, they weren't able to fully become functional because they would have been a new team, and to put a new team into a possible season with no fans, they
Well,
would have
it's
folded
infeasible.
within the first game.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been feasible.
Maybe first two games, maybe.
And that's part of the reason why some of the other teams aren't playing either, because the size of the arenas. If we went into a partial attendance, they can't make the money and the profit to make it feasible for them to
We
succeed.
got a question.
good.
Kelly says, so do we know what all teams in the league that are going to be playing this season?
So, right now, Motor City, Bloomington, and Delaware are the only ones confirmed sit out, with Danbury sitting out for the first part of the season. Danbury hat tricks, and I'm sorry, we love you guys over in Danbury, but we're glad that they're not playing right now, because those are the most competitive, especially going back to our first season.
But you know what? I'm sad they're sitting out for that reason. I
That's-
love the
I
competition.
am too.
I love the competition. I would rather, have a game that's a nail biter to watch.
Now,
Yeah, another Battle Creek
And,
game.
just to,
now, if we start next month, how many months would that be? To April or May?
It really depends on how they want to do it at this point, though, too.
yeah, how many games are going to get in a week? How many games they
On the
want
weekend?
to have for a schedule? I
I can see.
thought I heard something on how many games there was supposed to be, then it got delayed again, so it's probably changed again.
What
you know,
was it? 32 at first.
It was supposed to be 32 games,
What?
but then I think I got a feeling it's going to be a little bit shorter than that because
Because it's
Okay, so let's put this in once again. Siri, consider the fact the season is starting 3 weeks later than last proposed because it was supposed to start,
Right.
It was supposed to start.
So
the
I'd
15th.
say on the average, we play sometimes, we usually play 2 games a week.
So
Yeah.
At the most 3. We have had Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And Sunday.
You know,
Sometimes
but they prefer not
Thursday.
to do that because that's hard on everybody. And
Uh-huh.
again, how do you get that? You get the fans in the seats, financially too.
especially if you go
All
like
3 games.
he's
Like
trying
I-
to say Thursday, even like Wednesday games.
Well,
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
you're not gonna get Thursday. You're not gonna get Thursday because you still got people that work midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, because you got to think
We
about
have-
how many people show up. We've been to the Wednesday and Thursday games.
Yeah,
How many people are in the seats? Really?
There was,
You know.
Not worth it at that point.
that big snowstorm we had when we played against the Rumble Beast. We drew at least 800 and something that night.
yeah, but that was what?
That was on a Thursday night snowstorm,
Yeah, but
and we were the only 3 there.
Only 3 out for.
On our section.
Yeah. And we walked.
Yes.
Me and him walked there.
okay.
Y'all
but-
crazy for that one.
Okay, so
I drove them home.
okay, but still Thursday I don't see feasible because you're going now. People that work midnights, most people who work midnights are in the automotive industry. So
Okay.
I can-
Now,
I-
Tim, your friend Tim is saying we shouldn't have fans until we have herd immunity.
What's that mean?
Immunity to this virus.
Oh,
You know what? That's gonna take them forever to get everybody immune to it.
Especially with everybody's different beliefs as well.
Well, okay.
That ain't gonna ever happen.
Here. Let me put this in perspective. I heard immunity. Okay. First of all, you got people who are, like I said, different beliefs, but more or less different backgrounds, different everything else in the process. You got people that don't want to be around it. Period. So we'll give you a nice round figure of 10%. Let's do 10% off the board. Just 10, just round number. The 10% of people that don't want to be around it, that's rather be like, hey, I'm gonna shelter in place till it goes, and everybody's got their own opinion on that, but just for sake. Meaning that you're not gonna have complete total herd immunity because
Well, you're never gonna have complete herd immunity because of the mutates.
right, and
Which is it just mutated a
to
few days ago, they announced.
yeah, like over the weekend,
E1117.
over the weekend, it just mutated.
So what it comes down to is, for that situation, so we stay quarantined for the rest of our life.
Yeah.
But then, but like I said, but what it boils down to is, another thing. What I've seen in other football stadiums. Let's use Kansas
Kansas
City.
City.
Let's use Kansas City.
They use 50%
Let's use
capability.
Kansas City. Let's use Dallas. Let's use Buffalo because Buffalo had folks in the stand too. Let's use Green Bay over the weekend. They have fans doing it well. I mean, it's a possibility to have fans. They've had that's a 60,000 seat stadium. I will admit that in all those stadiums.
60,000 seats.
60,000 seat stadium.
Then they'll probably
they-
have at least 10,000 maybe.
They had like 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 in Buffalo.
So
And
it's,
my other question on that type of situation too is then why don't we shut down all the grocery stores, shut down everything? Because we are still going out about doing the things we have to do, and there's more people going through some of these other places, touching everything, than there would be in a stadium.
Yep.
And what it boils down to is what if I said, like everybody else, we want fans, we have fans want to go to hockey games.
Yes.
Here we do.
You know, and with all the rules that are set in place as of right now will allow us to do so.
But
Tim said all we need is 70% to cause that.
the thing
But
is,
that, like I said again, how many people go through a grocery store in a day? They're not constantly shutting everything down to wash it, to clean it, you know, so
That's too
you're
much
still
work.
being projected to the virus no matter where we go.
So,
Right.
so either way it goes, herd immunity will more likely not work. However, truth be told, we understand there's a virus out there. We all understand there's a virus that's going on. We know we all have different views and
You just
opinions on it
gotta
too.
live with
However,
the virus.
however, we as fans feel the rules are in place for a reason.
Yes.
So-
and even on our show, if you notice, we're all taking precaution and following the rules of what we're told we need to do to be in a group.
Oh. Terry just said some tough guy, Jake Sorks, just signed with Columbus.
Well, good luck, Columbus.
I'm bringing that up too, though. Another tough guy, Austin Doe.
Yes.
We all remember that.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
He just got called up to the SPHL, Birmingham
Yep.
Bulls.
Nice.
So Columbus, another guy from Columbus, they had to replace it. So an eye for an eye on that one.
What's
Yeah.
that?
You know,
So
It just glitched for a second.
you're a glitch.
No, it's basically just like, oh, Detroit's on. The vaccine can stop the mutation every time infection, scientist says that.
Well,
That's a whole nother discussion.
That's a
I love the conversation you're having right now.
but let's have it for another
But-
But
time.
that's a whole nother conversation right there. You know.
'cause it, you know,
Hey, Brad.
but does it stop the next mutation? Is my point.
Like
You know,
I
it's
said,
constantly-
like I
they all
said,
need
this
to-
is hockey, not science.
Yes.
We do not have PhDs in chemistry. We do not. We are hockey fans like you guys.
Such a loud sign.
I'm leaving now
I mean, we have PhDs.
then. Bye.
We have PhDs in one way. We have PhDs in hockey.
Oh, nope.
We have
Stay
PhDs.
down.
That's what we have. We are hockey.
Stop hitting the door.
ologists. We are hockeyologists. So therefore, this
Oh, I
is what
got
we're
those
going on
working.
right now. we are fans of the sport that we love. We are fans of the team that we love. And right now, as of right now, these are theories that are happening. These theories are being discussed.
Yes.
we-
And that's what we're here to discuss. We're here to discuss what we're hearing from our sources, you know, about the hockey of if there's going to be hopefully fans or not fans
Got
for
like
the
some
reasons of
reactions
why.
on that.
Right, and the possibility if there is fans, how can we make a season work?
And so
Right.
far, from what I'm hearing, if there is fans, it's going to be masked, no food, no drinks. That way, you're not going to be able to take your mask down to have
So,
something to drink
Mainly
or
like
eat
in
at the game.
So mainly like the movie theaters.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So I mean, this is what we are. I mean, I love
Maggie's
science, but please not today. Please not today.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, so the arenas are talking about taking the precautions that they need to too.
Right, and that's fine. And that's fine. I mean,
You know,
but I'm saying talk about going to a scientific thing. At that point, it's like
yeah.
now unless we're all chemists, you know. If we're all
Wait, we're
chemists,
not?
I don't know. I mean, I got
Brian
relatives that
Black's
are
green.
English
There you go.
majors, but that's beside the point. I mean,
But
but seriously, I mean, we are fans of the game.
You're
And
right.
right now, we're just coming up with theories and possibilities to go back to the game that we love.
Right.
Whether we have no food, which means going there, getting your grub and eating the car before
Coney
you come back.
dogs.
That's yes.
Yes.
Hey, you gotta have chili fries with that too. Now, come on.
Oh, heck
Chili
yeah.
cheese fries. Not just-
Exactly. But you know,
No, you guys are all wrong. Chili cheese jalapeno fries.
No, I'm good.
that's all you. I love you, man.
That's all you. I can't do
But he also has
jalapenos.
vinegar in his fries too, though.
I'll tear up the stomach.
Man, I'm American blood. I have ketchup. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's the Indian in me. And the
Right.
Mexican.
Hey, man,
But a
I'm
minute before commercial, though.
Oh yeah.
So share this stream, like us again, and what are we gonna do next?
Well, the key word is on Mike Grimmett's shirt.
You can't see the shirt. You got
Chicago Bears.
I got to see this. Well, Bears
Keyword.
actually.
Keyword is Chicago Bears
Bears.
Bears. Just Bears.
For that thing right
to
there.
win this. When is it? At the end of the show.
Yes.
If you guys stay through, and if you guys know what the key word is, at the end of the night, we'll give you guys the Border Cat
When you
signed
hear us
autograph.
ask for the key word,
And I just want to let y'all know ahead of time, to all my Lions fans that are watching the show, I apologize in advance.
So with that though, should we just pick randomly from the people that comment, or should we just pick a number?
no, we're gonna ask for the key word sometime before the end of the show, and
I'm saying after that.
after that, it'd be the first person to give the key word.
Okay.
First person.
You
to
heard
give
that
First,
right
first
now.
person that message us.
But that's
So-
after we
After-
ask for it.
That's after the
That's
show.
after we ask for the keyword.
Yep.
So
So,
we'll be right back after these messages.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. I got the league. Oh, league wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get. Oh, I tried. That one was good.
Anyways,
Oh, darn.
And welcome, Amber from London, Ontario. Thank you for joining us.
I gotta admit,
oh, Lindsay
Kenner's got a
Ontario,
hot
okay.
ball. Speaking of NHL, I'm gonna jump in this real quick because I know we touched on the divisions last show. Canada's All North Division, which I would like to dub the All Canadian Division, and I don't mean this in no ill will to our Canadian fans. That's a hot division.
Yes.
That's
You know,
fine.
which I understand the situation with the, like I said
The
it
borders.
earlier, again, the self-quarantine for 14 days, it would be too hard to have a Canadian team constantly going across the border
Right.
to play a team. They'd have to be here well in advance before they could even play a game. And by that time, how many games could have already been played?
What was that?
Right, that's
So-
that's our division. So you know,
Coming down.
I know you're loving it there. At least you guys have hockey to watch. Not sure if you guys can go to the games, but hey, I'm glad you can enjoy the season. Real happy you guys can enjoy the season.
I mean, hopefully that does well for them though, because it'll be the first time in a long time that a Canadian team does go to the at least
Well, also,
what would be the conference
okay, now
finals?
my question, not to be a smart ass or anything, wouldn't that guarantee them a playoff spot? At least one Canadian team?
4 teams are guaranteed from Canada this year
Okay.
Wow.
because the top 4 teams go to the playoffs from each division. So, and that's a weird situation right there within itself because you still have to play the first 2 rounds within your own division as well.
Right.
Ugh.
So that means once again a Canadian team possibly could not win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But
There goes
there-
my dream.
but there's at least one team guaranteed in the conference finals. Well, what would be the conference finals in a normal year, going from Canada. Because I believe the last one was the Calgary Flames from 06 or 07.
Yep.
Yes.
So that's a good 14 years. And the last team to win the Stanley Cup was the Montreal Canadiens in '93. But if you think about it, the game of hockey was made in Canada.
Nova Scotia, if I'm not mistaken.
Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Here we go again, the hockey guru.
I'm not gonna lie, and I know we talk probably on the show, I understand, but I gotta touch base on this for a minute. I'm not gonna lie, when a certain Detroit team isn't in the playoffs, I root for a Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup.
I will say the same thing, honestly.
Yeah.
I do.
What was that?
I guess my Canadian team would be the Leafs.
I root for a Canadian team, period.
So,
I can't pick one.
I'll be honest. I either go for Canadian or the Columbus Blue Jackets. Columbus.
Yeah, Columbus is still in my heart. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
nah.
After
I
they-
can't, I don't, no.
But they stole my heart right when they swept the Tampa Bay Lightning.
That I didn't mind, because, you know, I didn't,
I
I don't like lightning.
Yeah, I like that baby.
But myself, I don't know. I just don't care for Columbus.
You just don't like Tortorella.
I like him as a coach. I like him as a coach. I'm not going to the big.
He can be a. Excuse my language.
Yes, we know what he can be. Before you start, we know what he can be. But I like he's got a demeanor. I like him as a coach.
Yeah.
He reminds me of who would I
He can coach. He is a good coach. I just don't care for the team. I don't really, you know,
He reminds me of good-hearted Mark Crawford.
so.
I said good-hearted Mark Crawford. That's what I said. Good-hearted Mark Crawford.
It's just funny to hear those words in the same sentence.
You're right, it is. But I mean,
It's just as funny as this thing right here. Nipper.
Nipper
That was
Dog.
Nipper.
Yeah.
He was supposed to come on our show too.
Yeah, so,
Every time we go to have him on here, something goes wrong.
yes. Getting called the SPHL, COVID, you name it. But either way, that was a good point though.
And the
Right?
funny part is, last time he asked to be on the show.
Yes.
He was ready to be
Right.
on the show, and then he gets called the SPHL.
Yeah, the next day after, whoop, he's gone.
We
So-
found out late that night that he wasn't going to be on our show. That
It's like, well, there we go again. But the good thing though is that Jeremy is good about getting us the people that we want.
yeah,
So.
you know,
When the
and we
season-
love, you know, we hate seeing our guys not play for us, but we love seeing them get called up. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
more experience, more, you know. Again, for the love, they love hockey just as much as we do.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And that's exactly what Joe was saying, is that he wants people to go up. He loves it when he gets his guys called, because that means
Yeah.
he's doing his job as a coach. He's doing his job as a player, getting them up. So,
And when the season does start, we do get hockey players every now and then on our show
Yeah.
at Big Boys.
and I cannot wait for that one.
yeah.
So, and that brings into question though. There have been a few people that have asked, when are the players coming in to start the training camp and all that? Again,
We don't really know on that.
Nope.
it's whenever things are lifted, because
Yeah.
a lot of our players are coming from Canada. That's,
Oh yeah, that's a whole nother touchy subject right there.
yeah.
Because I heard
Self quarantine again.
I heard that they just had. Now I have a few Canadian friends that I play online with. It's a hockey game. That's because I love the sport. I don't know if I can mention it on air, so I won't. I'm not gonna plug a publisher, but y'all know it's the only game in town right now if y'all play video games online.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but some of to the guys that I have met online are from places like Ontario, Alberta, you know, some of
Where's
those
our
places.
bird?
Some of those
Alberta.
places.
Alberta, Canada.
Oh,
Yeah,
Alberta.
basically Edmonton, London, Toronto, those places. I know Ontario went on another month, is what I've heard. So, because of what the numbers look like, and yes, I know it's a. Listen, just like you guys are tired of hearing about this dreaded affair, so are we, and I'm sure everybody else is too. But I'm put it like this: hopefully, everything gets cleared up in time, so these our players who are from the Great North can come down and play, especially the guys who are in the league. And I know some of these guys come from overseas as well. So, you know, everything can calm down and relax, and we can get some hockey going. But from what I've heard in Ontario, they're for another month. Their end date was supposed to be 20-something. I can't, this
Yeah.
month I'm 20-something. Now it got pushed back again till possibly the middle of February. So what does that mean for the league? Well, once again, we're going to talk series. It may hurt the league a little. It may have a proposal of training camp and start dates to be pushed back, possibly, because as we all know, there are a lot of hockey players out here who don't have a team at the moment, who will come in and try out for a team just to play the game that they love. So, at this time, I am saying, and I'm not putting in stone yet, but I am saying, the season will start the 4th of February. Training camps will begin, in theory, the last week of January.
Yeah, but then you also, like you're saying too, with you got so many teams that are sitting dormant for the year that these players want to play, that we have a point system, like a salary cap type system, but it's a point system of each player that's from a different type higher league is worth a certain amount of points, and you can't go over that amount of points to make your team for that year.
But still, you still have other players who not even in the higher tier leagues that still want to play.
Right.
You know, especially some of these teams that are laying dormant in
Yeah.
the league itself for this year. So you can find a spot for them, even if the guys from international waters can't play.
Right. Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, you know, you're going to be limited on
Yeah,
your
I believe me.
too.
I know, understand the limitations. It's like I said, it's all still just
Yeah.
theories. So this is a possibility of us having a season, period. Even with this is going
Yeah.
on.
But the plus side is though, is that by January 31st, the league has made sure that every single team that is playing, their roster size is down to 30 people. So if that's any hint to when the season is starting, it's always a plus.
Right.
So
Jamie says Bears.
not yet, Jamie. Thank you though.
Kevin said I cannot get it.
Get what, Kevin? But that's one of the greatest hints though right now is
But
that
if he's coming up on this, he's got to be able to see it.
yeah. So hopefully you can hear us, Kevin. But having the roster limitations already set in place, we got almost a guarantee from the commissioner himself right there. So, and also Elmira and Watertown are also starting to practice now too. So they got their go ahead since they're starting earlier than the rest of the league.
Right.
Our go ahead should not be much farther behind.
It should be right on point. Truthfully,
Yeah.
for the next couple of weeks, it should be
Yeah.
right on.
Right.
Right.
And unfortunately, from what I'm understanding, our governor has opened up
Some stuff.
most of the stuff, non-contact sports. From what I understand, the hockey being in you know, the professional sports has been opened up. From what I'm understanding, so
Yeah.
that would be for like our hockey.
Yes.
But the sit-down restaurants and all that, still, that's the only thing that I'm hearing. Still, we're waiting on. Biggest is for February 1st.
Well,
You know, other than that, everything else is just with limitations and everything.
but if you once again, theory again, and we're not gonna go to past this.
Right.
If you look at the statistics that's been going on, if you look how they have been falling, the
Yeah.
numbers have been falling. Like I say, over the past weekend, it's been about, like I said, about 1,500 a day. Now, I don't, like I said, I don't know what the numbers are today, I didn't look.
Right.
But still, you still under a 2,500 a day case.
Right.
Which is showing a lot of promising signs.
Right.
Right. Because
And I'm gonna say, you know, it's partially due to everything that we are doing, partially due to the vaccine, but not as much to the vaccine. I'm gonna say myself, because still not even 90%, not even 10% of the people have gotten the vaccine.
No.
You know, just your first responders, and now it's finally opened up to the seniors
seniors and teachers.
and teachers. So that's still a very low percentage of people that got the vaccine. So it's not due to the vaccine yet. You know, vaccine numbers they won't see for
Quite some time.
quite some time.
Quite some time. We're
Especially
talking
since there's been a high demand as well.
Right,
And high demand, low supply.
right.
And it's rightfully so though that it's high demand. And
You know, most of it is because we're practicing what they've been asking us to practice. You know, even though, you know, like I tell people, you know, a lot of people, it's not easy for them. You know, during commercial, I got to go out and get air because I can't sit with the mask on for a long period of time. Because I myself do have stage 3 COPD.
Right, and there's a lot of
You know,
and there's a lot of my
Sorry.
friends who I'm friends with can't wear one because of it. But the main thing, the main prospect thing is that, like I said, right now we're coming up with ways to see how we can get hockey.
yes.
You know, how we can see the sport. You know, how we
Yeah.
can go with it. like I said, okay. And I hate to call it this, Chris, but I'm gonna call this kind of like a series show because basically this all it is right now is a series of how
You know how to get
Yeah.
fans in.
their theories and possibilities how we get out.
But it's something that needs to get out there though too, is that
Right.
because people have all these different questions, and it's like we have our information that we get directly from the league, directly from Joe and all them.
Yeah.
And the unfortunate thing is that the league and Joe and all these different people that run the league don't know for a sure thing and either.
Because, you know, just because something has been said today, like we were saying earlier, he announced the, that series.
Yes.
And then as soon as he announced it, things got changed
Mm-hmm.
because the rules changed. Means the rules changed, now they gotta follow different rules.
Right.
And this is why I'm come up with different, from what is being posted, from what the knowledge that we get. I figure these are theories that you guys want to know. Us as fans, we have thoughts and ideas, but you figure we want to come up with the things and ideas that what you guys want to know about. These theories that possibly this could play out, or this could play like this, or maybe this could transpire. As of right now, the rules state 850 fans. That's the rules in McWarren,
And
with no concessions. And right now, as of right now, before February 1st, the rule states for outdoor dining for restaurants, or takeout, carry out only for restaurants.
Alright, so I got an idea. No food. Chris will plug a deep fryer underneath your chair so we can fry up some french fries.
you weren't supposed to tell that out loud.
Oh shoot, I'm in. Let's go. I'll get the deep fryer.
I mean, that's what I did last season. I mean, what?
I'll get the deep fryer. Yeah, I'll roll with it. Let's go.
I mean,
Oh, that's awesome.
might as well, right? We have the
Right.
plugs right there.
Right. But no.
Oh, you got one below your seat, underneath your seat, one above your head, usually, where you sit.
Yes.
Well, shit. So I'm becoming concessions then, right?
I mean, it pays for the show, man. It pays for the show.
Right?
We
Get your merchandise right here.
There's no concession stand, so get your merchandise.
Well, they'll still have they'll be selling the merch
Yep,
that I do, from what I understand. They'll still
Yes.
sell stuff.
that's why I
So-
meant.
You
Get
know.
your merchandise.
And if you want to buy merchandise from us, might as well. I mean,
I
we're all,
mean,
Well, you know what? We
We
need
have-
to try and get some made.
right now we are in the
Prowlers
process of
t-shirts,
something
guys.
big, something huge. Something small like you change, but but what y'all want to see? Listen, we're not no multi-million-dollar company. We can't mass produce things on a common ground. But what you guys want to see?
Main
Message
Street
us.
mask. Main
Yeah.
Street.
Like,
Shirts.
we have our options so that if you want it. So, comment on this video, send us a private message on the Facebook, or
Message any of us.
yes, also mainstreetprowlers@gmail.com. That's a good way to get a hold of us as well. I have direct correspondence with that one, so I'll get those right away. I have it on my phone. So
Yeah, you'd be talking to him if you go Main Street Gmail. So
right.
I
Not
thought
us, not any of, not us though. We're not important.
it was the cat down the street. But no, but no, seriously, if you have any ideas, any merchandise you want from us to get the word out, get anything. We even have options to make mouse pads and all that if you want that too. So, and we also are, once the NRHL comes up, we'll also have Main Street Yeti. So if you want that logo as well,
Actually, that's like cut off halfway.
hey, no halfway shit around here.
where I don't want to step in it.
Is that what smells in here? But no, seriously, any merchandise, please get a hold of us, any one way or another. Whether a private message in the group, whether it be
You can always do coffee cups or
We're always-
tea drinkers.
We're always next to our phones.
Or
Well,
shot glasses.
He is.
yes, shot glasses.
Yeah, a whole bunch of drinkers. I'll tell you that much.
But we will see you right after these next commercial
I'm gonna
breaks.
go in the house. Oh, never mind.
You can go in and get that if you want, Ralph.
All right.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. We got the beat. Oh, League Wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get. Oh, I thought that one was good.
Whoa. Did you
Okay.
pay your lights, dude?
Coming back got a nice little test run right there.
Yeah. Testing out our lights was amazing.
Right.
Because we've ended up getting 3 lights for the stream, which is going to be amazing.
3, it was like 2.
Yeah, we only set up 2, so that's 2 lights that lit us up pretty well, right?
Yeah.
So,
Third one will be in the middle. Oh,
yeah. I knew he'd get distracted.
It doesn't matter where we're at, he gets
Right.
distracted.
Anyways,
It's our ADHD.
I do have that.
I know.
drop.
I also have
I
ODS.
knew that was coming somewhere. Yep, I saw that coming.
Going back into this though.
See, myself, I don't have ADHD. I have STD, short-term disability. You know, I
I'm
forget
glad it's
each
not the
way.
other STDs.
Yeah, exactly.
Hockey guys, let's.
So actually, it'd be STM, short-term memory.
Yeah, well.
But
that- let's find ways to stop the stream just for a minute right there.
Alright, but
Hit end live and stream.
Anyways,
so what today's show is about is basically how we want to get how we see fans coming back to the games, and what's the possibility of fans going back to the games.
Right. We also have one thing other because we are down to our last few minutes of the show. Keyword. Somebody wants to announce what the keyword was to try and win the prize.
Type it in now. Yeah.
start going. And
Well,
if you
cover
forgot,
it up, please, go ahead. It's all
if
right.
you forgot what the prize was, what you're keywording for, the Border Cats.
Second season, autographed.
Yes. So
We
good
got
luck,
one.
everybody.
We got one.
Beats. No, Kelly got it.
Oh,
Beats.
Beats Bears Battlestar Galactica. I mean, what? I hope people get that reference because I just watched that episode last night.
I
So
liked it.
How could you watch that show?
It's actually pretty interesting.
yes, it is interesting.
The
So
movie, however, is a different story. The show is great. The movie is a different story.
yeah, well. Anyways, final thoughts on going into this season, how to go about it, though, guys.
It's gonna be interesting, that's for sure. Completely
So.
interesting.
Just like your life.
It's always interesting in my life.
You know, at this time of the
Hey, I got
season,
Michael
what's
alive.
also sad is this is about the time of the year where we're giving our score predictions. You know, before a weekend and.
Well, we can still
And
give a
everything,
prediction. We can still give. We can
Well,
give
my
a prediction right now.
prediction is.
Hey, we
still-
got the Red Wings. Hold on.
No. I'm talking about prediction of people have a season. I know we know the rings are on.
I don't
right?
answer that, do I? Spain Rose?
No. Going into the season, though, I guess we can give standings predictions too.
Oh man, this will
We
be
got a
the-
good
this-
standing
this-
in ours.
This will be the Superfans episode. This will be the Chicago Bears Superfans episode that we're all dreaming about.
Super fan. The Bears.
Bears are gonna fall on their face.
I mean, what?
Oh, wait, they're already knocked out in the first round.
We discuss about that right now. But since
Hey,
we-
but you know
since-
what? At least they made it to the first round. I'm
I'm
not
like
the
the
Lions.
Lions.
since we're talking standings, so between all the teams that are in right now, considering the fact the Prowlers still have their core, most of their core, I should say. It's going to be a neck and neck race with
Carolina.
Prowlers, Carolina, and Columbus. Oh, and speaking of Carolina, before we give, if anybody gives their predictions, I want to say congratulations to Michael Bunn.
Oh yeah.
He is
Yes.
on skates.
Yes, that is
You
a
know,
good,
you know.
good.
And I'm glad to anybody who
Keep
sent
it going,
prayers,
buddy.
anybody who sent prayers, anybody who sent well wishes and positive thoughts. Congratulations. He's back up on skates. Now, is he playing? Well, that depends on the doctors. And since I'm not a medical professional, I'm not going to say. But
Why not?
but I am glad that he is back on skates
Browns said Bears.
again. But my top three teams will be Columbus, Carolina, and the Prowlers.
So, no Elmira, huh?
No, listen, no, I hate to say it. Here's why I feel my Elmira. No Mafus, no Elmira.
Mafoose?
Mafus just signed with
signed.
them again.
Yeah,
Again?
Yeah, he did
Yeah,
sign
he-
with him.
Okay, hi Mafus, but I'm telling you, no Mafus, no Elmira. There.
He only played in that
So my
league
question
for
is, do you
two.
think Mafus was the heart and soul of that team?
Elmira?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, he same thing, bloodline here. He
Yeah.
did the same thing in Elmira.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a damn good player. He is.
He's
Who's the
respected.
blood heart of ours
He-
right
he-
now?
he's
before
respected.
Aaron?
Robo.
He's respected, so I'm not gonna say too much. He's a respected player for
Yeah.
Myra. But I still say Columbus, Carolina, and the Prowlers.
So,
So we got two Bears.
the Bears. Oh. So,
Yeah.
But
so what?
we
What?
called whoever said it first, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kelly,
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
person. What's the first one?
All right, you got a prediction?
Myself, for football, I don't follow.
No,
Uh,
no, no.
No, I was gonna say hockey too, but for the football, I'm not giving a prediction. Like you.
I mean,
you know,
football.
you know,
We can do.
um,
I can do football.
My,
one
my
again,
thing
but-
for hockey would be
Dang,
Fort
we can
Huron.
do football.
I kind of have to agree with you 100% on what your predictions for the hockey, because again, they're the so far that I've seen that their teams haven't changed much, and we're all those teams were towards the top at the end when the season got cut off.
Everybody was
You know, so since the core players are coming back for most of those teams, you know, we'd have to go the same way.
everybody was clicking at the end of that season too. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
So where does that put you at?
What?
What's your prediction then?
I'm agreeing with them.
Well, people don't realize is Columbus towards the end of that was really dipping off. If it wasn't for
Draw.
the Rumblebees, they would have been last place in the division. So I am not predicting Columbus with their core returning. They're not going to be towards the top. I think they are going to be in fifth. So I think the top three will be Elmira,
Watertown.
not Watertown. They'll be in fourth. The top three will be Elmira, Carolina, and us.
But now
So
he just said it in a different order, so he doesn't think Fort Huron's gonna take first.
And then
I'm not saying
I
that.
want second. I want second so we can.
See,
We get home
this
on
is- this-
nice
This
for
is
the
where
finals.
I'm a different with you with this one, and that's only because of everybody falls off at the end of the season, but the playoffs come. That's when the real season begins.
Right.
So I'm going by based on the season as a whole, and
But Columbus wasn't even that great to start off with, though, either.
they hung with Carolina on both games. And listen, puck luck is puck luck, no matter how you look at it.
Right.
Well,
But my statement still stands. I believe what I believe.
Okay.
So
Shame on you.
shame on you, dude.
You just smack him on the forehead.
but that's all, folks.
No. Okay.
Smack him
But
on the
no.
forehead. All right.
He's fired. But for that though, we won't know fully until we actually can get down and actually see where all these players are actually at.
You know, because they could also, you know, not being on the ice as much, and you know, not being able to.
Or the
things,
worst,
you know.
worst can happen. So we're
It
hoping
could be
that won't
nothing.
happen.
It could be nothing.
Like I said, but you know, on that telling note, we are going to call it a night.
Yes.
Thank you guys for
Have a good one,
joining
guys.
us. As
Oh yeah.
we love coming to y'all homes and to y'all computer screens and y'all phones and
Chris needs to announce the winner.
The winner for this is Chris.
Callie Burson.
Congratulations, Kelly. You won the Border Cat Season 2 autographed T-shirt.
and you've also become an honorary Chicago Bears fan.
Now, Chris, hey, Kelly, Chris said that he'll give you $1 million for that shirt.
But on that note, I will leave you with this video right here to laugh at.
És így már Terbocs jöhet. Terbocs Benszorban a Csollák lövőhelyzet. Gól! Gól, hatalmas gólt ragadt Csollák, és na ilyet még nem láttam. Nem tudom, hogy önök láttak még ilyet. Csollák gól öröménél nekiugrott a palánnak, és kiszakadt a palánk. Hát, na ilyet én még nem láttam. De
Reméljük Csolláknak semmi baja nem történt.
talán még akik közvetítenek akármilyen mérkőzést, még ők se láttak talán ilyet. Hát Csollák
ez-
hatalmas gólt lő egy emberfülényes szituációból, és kiszakadt a palánk.